All right, we got the negative energy away. No more negative movies. We're going to talk about the top 25 to 11 movies of 2024. And let's just get happy and start it because it's going to be a fun little video, hopefully. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon, doing the top 25 to 11 movies of 2024, and let's just jump into it. Yes, there's going to be some of these that you have no idea what they're about, and some of them like, yeah, I agree, and some of them you're probably like, hell nah, Chase. But anyway, 25. One of the docs on this list, The Blue Angels. Yes, this might be sacrilegious because I'm more go Air Force than go Navy, but this is a fantastic doc with it being produced by J.J. Abrams, Glenn Powell, and you could tell that Glenn Powell really wanted to make this doc, and having this in IMAX was fantastic. It was shot extremely well, had good characters about knowing who the pilots were, and it's kind of funny because I know some Thunderbirds, and they are prima donnas. Same with these pilots. They're pretty much prima donnas, yes. They have to do ridiculous, crazy stuff at hours, but you could tell that they know their shit doesn't stink, and it does show it in this doc. But if you want a good, up, close and personal look at the Blue Angels, I don't know if there's a better doc out there or there's one made for you. All right, 24. We have another doc, but this one's from Netflix, and it's not the only Netflix movie, so congratulations, Netflix. Lover, Stalker, Killer. This is what you call a tense, nail-biting experience of what is going to happen next. Who is the lover? Who is the stalker? Who's getting killed? Left, right, where am I looking at this doc? Who should I look at? And just it is a good look at the online dating scene of like who can you actually trust, who is behind the app, and just what the bonkerness will ensue of who will trust you, who will trust them, who should trust you, and what will the cops and friends do overall. But this doc is probably one of the better tense ones where I was like, oh my god, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? I was extremely satisfied with what I saw. Number 18, Sing Sing. So this one has actually been steady in my top 25 and never has hovered away. I'm not going to say it stuck with me, but it's so well shot. You connect with majority of the characters. It is a awe-inspiring thing of like, even though there is some issues with it with, trying to feel too sorry for the prisoners, which I'm like, why are you in prison for? Killing someone? Drugging someone? Then fuck you. But they really don't go into that, which I understand why they didn't. Hopefully, I'm just doing a fingers crossed the majority of these people in prison is something for like murder related, and I'm okay with that. But a lot of likable characters, a lot of good scenarios, and just it is a good human emotional movie that I think a lot of people can enjoy for what it's trying to put out in the world. All right, 22. Scrambled. Listen, I think I saw this movie in January, February, March. It was like the first quarter of this year, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be such a stupid movie. I saw the trailer, I'm like, bleh. I left the movie going, damn, that is funny, that is sharp, that is well acted. It makes you think about, what you should do at what age in your life, especially in your mid-30s, of like, should I be partying too much? Should I actually start a family? What should I be doing with my eggs? And this is what it's about, and how, females do have an unfair advantage of, wanting kids at an older age. It's going to be a lot harder. Autism comes involved, Down syndrome, and things like that. But males have it a lot easier. They just freaking do. But Scrambled. Talk about a smart script. Well acted, well shot, and one of the most surprising comedies of the year, which I'm like, damn, that was freaking fire. And it wasn't a scrambled experience. All right, my 21 is going to be a very polarizing pick, Daddy-O. Yes, some people are like, this is the most unrealistic movie about people talking in a cab with Dakota Johnson and Sean Penn, and just the dialogue wouldn't occur. I think it can occur, especially in New York, with who they are and what the symbolism is in this movie about how Dakota Johnson is, having an affair with an adult, and, Sean Penn kind of sees right through her of like, look, you're probably not doing the best thing with your life. And she's like, fuck you kind of thing. But I think people need to understand, I think this dialogue can happen if you're stuck in a cab and there's no, violence and or animosity thinking one person is going to attack the other, and just talk real. And I think that's what we have with this today's day and age of like cell phones, dating apps, looking down, not looking up, just like face in the screen. And this movie is a complete opposite of like, look at your life, look who's in front of you. Maybe you could get some good advice from just someone that's older than you. And the symbolism of the car crash is so well put of, you think you're fine, but for all you know, you're a car wreck waiting to fucking occur. And that car wreck might not just be you, it's all the people you're affecting. The wife, the kids, and everything else. So is it such a selfish thing to do? And I'm sorry, Daddy-O, another movie where I was like, whatever, and I walked out going, damn, I enjoyed what I watched. So number 20 is one of two animated features, The Wild Robot. I don't know what else to say about this film except it's shot extremely well. It's a fantastic DreamWorks entry. There's a good story, good premise, and I just felt, fun with the robot, fun with the duck, fun with everything going on in this film. It's well shot, well crafted, great songs, great 3D effects with great 4D effects, and overall, just a fantastic movie. I don't know what else you want to say. It's a great animated feature by DreamWorks. Thank you for watching The Wild Robot. Number 19. I think this might be Netflix's number one movie on my list. Okay, no, it isn't. But this is the number one Netflix American movie, Woman of the Hour. So this is Anna Kendrick's first directorial debut, and it is shot and just done perfectly. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It doesn't overdo like the gratuitousness of this film. Yes, it goes into the grittiness of it and how, you have the bad guys that are like, oh yeah, they'll say the nasty stuff, but the sly guys, is that the ones you should be watching out for because they know how to get to women and murder them? And that is what this movie does. And there's a lot of just empathy with a lot of the characters. Not the bad guy, of course, but with like Anna Kendrick, the girl in the audience, the 14-year-old, knowing how to get out of that situation. That's not book smarts, that's street smarts. And you're just like, holy shit. And like I said, can't say it again. Shot well, it's simplistic, but that's all this movie needed to be to show that sometimes in the 70s, women were not taken seriously when shit was going down, and even today. So, you know what? Anna Kendrick, you did a fantastic job with this film. All right, number 18, Hundreds of Beavers. Yes, some people have this as their like number one movie of the year. I can understand it. I do think that it is a little bit too long, but this movie is so original, so unique, something that's completely out of the box, just fun. I mean, I don't know the last time I watched a non-dialogue movie. Okay, there's like maybe a couple things that I was entertained for the whole hour and 44 minutes. Only negative, like I said, a little bit too long, and the scene selection scene are on the DVD menu, horrible. But I mean, the CGI is just fun. The $150K budget, you can't even feel it. I was just, you know what? Looney Tunes, live action, you can't go wrong. Hundreds of beavers. Make sure the beavers don't come after you, because they will hunt you down. All right, number 17, I think is one of A24's movies, Heretic. So this movie actually stuck with me. I was thinking, yeah, that was a good movie. And then the more I thought about it, the more weeks went by, the more Hugh Grant was in my brain, the more the Mormon chicks were in my brain, the more of just the dialogue with the Monopoly, with the Bibles, and with just the smartness of it. Yeah, some people might not like the third act. That didn't bother me whatsoever. Nothing in this movie really bothered me because it was smart, it was edgy, it made the audience think, it made me think, it just made me go, yeah, there's a lot of different people in this world. Who are you going to believe? What are you going to believe? And is your belief really going to falter with this movie? And my God, Heretic, some people might say Conclave is the best religious movie of the year. No, it's not. It belongs to Heretic. Watch it for Hugh Grant. I would say alone, but that's not fair to the other 4 actors in this movie, which are the 2 female leads, which I don't know their names, and Topher Grace, which is barely in this film. All right, number 16, I'm glad I watched it, Juror number 2. And I understand that some people might be like, oh, the script is stupid and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. No, you don't know that. If you were not a juror, if you don't know how the court cases go and like what can occur, look how many cases have been mistrials. Look how many cases have said a guilty verdict, but the person really wasn't guilty and things like that. So, but Nicholas Hoult, fantastic job. Tony Collette, fantastic job. Mendez, fantastic job. J.K. Simmons, fantastic job. Everyone on the juror, fantastic job. I think that's Leslie Bibb, if I'm not mistaken. Just a fantastically well shot. Clint Eastwood at 94 made one of the better movies of the year. Think about that. If his just craft, and you know how he shoots is literally you got 1, 2 takes max, continue on. 1, 2 takes max, you got it. And knowing that Clint Eastwood shoots like this, and that's how well these actors did in this film. Gravitas, bravo. Juror number 2 is a damn good film. WB, you done fucked up. All right, number 15, Alien Romulus. Sometimes you just need a movie that pleases you, and Alien Romulus did it. Fantastic callbacks, fantastic gore, fantastic practical effects, fantastic CGI. When you watch the scene where the spaceship hits like the asteroid belt, it is like, oh, and they hold it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yes, the end is damn bonkers. Give it that. You're just like, what the fuck? But oh my god, I don't remember the last time I was just having a blast with the movie. In Alien Romulus, I went out going, hell to the mother effing yes. All right, number 14, I think this is A24's best film, We Live in Time. Talk about a movie that isn't so forceful, but you still cry. Don't you hate like romantic movies that know it has a deep, horrible premise about cancer and family, and they just blare the sound at you. They blare the score at you. They want you to cry. Here it's subtle. It is emotional impact with not treating the audience like fucking babies. The ending, you're just like, you don't need a funeral scene. You don't need to push the audience because you know what's going to occur. And my God, We Live in Time was fantastic. Well shot by, the director of Brooklyn, Andrew Garfield. It's just, he does a fantastic job. And so does the girl. Oh my God, why am I forgetting her name? And she's been naked in a lot of films now. What's her name? Florence Pugh. So, I think her funniest one, she said she doesn't believe sex scenes in movies that the girls are not topless because that doesn't make sense, and that's kind of funny. But that's something about this film. But We Live in Time, great film, fantastic, fantastic. Number 13, not a lot of people are going to have this movie, City of Dreams, and a lot of people haven't seen this movie. This is about child trafficking from Mexico to making garments in LA for the sweatshops in these like $9.99 stores. This movie is haunting. It's brutal. It's just stuck to me with the core, with the overall just what these kids are going through, what these adults are going through, and what these people are willing to do. And I love how they had the cop storyline as well as the politician storyline, knowing that there are politicians and cops in the world that know what's going on, but they have the blinders on. They're like, nope, I don't care. I don't care. I'm getting paid under the table. And my God, City of Dreams, it's a haunting movie. It is not an easy watch. You feel sorry for all these characters. It is shot so damn well. And it just like, the ending chase sequence was so fucking great. It wasn't a one take, but it was so tense. I was like, damn, this could be in a Mission Impossible movie, but in a very, very serious subject matter. Number 12, Strange Darling. Here's another movie where I was like, it's going to be something I've seen before. No. When it starts with like chapter 4, and I'm like, okay, interesting. Then it goes like chapter 1, then chapter 5, then chapter 2, then chapter 3, then chapter 6. I was like, oh. And I was just awestruck by how they edited this film, how it kept me on my toes, and oh my God, the ending, last 20 minutes, I don't think I was ever like, what the fuck, of like the girl cop, what she did, and the guy cop's like, hey, we really need to make sure this crime scene, and she's like, but she's been raped. No, no. And oh my God, in the final scene, I was like, woman driving, you better. And she did it. And I was like, yes. Like I said, this movie, out of all of them on the list, probably has one of the better third acts where I was just like on my edge going, what the fuck is going to happen next? And I was entertained through in and through out. And finally, number 11, we have Oddity. Here's another one where I don't think a lot of people enjoyed or they liked it, but it's not in their best films. It is for me. Number 11 goes to Oddity, just being so smart, so just, I didn't know what was going to happen next. There's very few films now where I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? And when something does happen at the very end with the lady in a hole, like, I was like, oh, I didn't see it coming, but then I just, like, put my face palm, I was like, yes, I should have seen it coming because what she can do and what this entity is, this, wooden doll haunting. This movie is dark when it comes to the lighting, but it does it in the right way, and that's why I think I really enjoyed this film, because there's so many dark horror movies that you're just like, what's going on? And this one doesn't. It treats the audience with respect. It wants the audience to know what is going on and keep you guessing of like, is it this mental asylum guy? Is it this guy? Is it this guy? Is this guy? What's happening? And my God, Oddity blew my mind. So anyway, that is 25 through 11. I hope you enjoy this, and let's see what my top 10 are. Chase Scott here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Up, another thing's Bluetontopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. For a great day. I'm going to watch this tape tomorrow, week, for a month, or a year from now. Every single freaking one of you. Peace and love, and let's just keep going with the good films.